Hi and welcome to Should You Buy, where we talk about collector's editions for games, consoles, and more before they're released, and give you our opinion on what scenarios you should or should not buy, what we are talking about in the video. Please know we are not reviewing the game or the product, we are just trying to help make the decision easier for people to decide pretty early if they want to get it or not, because I know it can be difficult to decide if you want to get something, especially for a collector's edition, which can be very expensive. And as you saw in the title, in this video we will be talking about the collector's editions, not there's not just one, for Mass Effect Andromeda. There are two versions of it, so it's not as bad as some other games, but still. So let's start off with the first. Also, something I think is absolutely ridiculous is that neither come with a copy of the game. Um, but luckily, what is in it is actually pretty cool, and it is a good collectible to have. So anyway, the $100 collector's editions comes with a 1/18 scale die-cast model of the Nomad ND1 and a steelbook case that's meant to have the game, but it doesn't. It has doors that actually work, and the interior is detailed. There is also an illuminated dashboard. The $200 collector's edition, yes, you heard that right, $200 comes with the same model of the Nomad ND1. However, the Nomad for this can be controlled with a remote, which is your phone. Most people will probably not use it because this is for the hardcore Mass Effect fan who just wants to add it to their collection. But of course, there will be people who use it not just as a collectible. It has six wheels. It has a front and rear steering, which means you can drive it forward or backwards, which is pretty cool. A lot of remote control cars don't have that, and you can actually control the lights along with everything else. And as I said before, you just use your app, the app for it. You download it to your smartphone, and then you can use it as a remote, which I think is good because it does save money. Because then you would have to pay for the remote. I know it would probably wouldn't be separate, but it cost more to make it then. So I think that's always a good idea. And something that I think is the most interesting is that it has a camera that will let you record videos and take pictures, and it has a USB charging cable. If you are a casual gamer, I could only recommend this for one reason, and for the 201. So that would only be for a special occasion such as a birthday or the holidays. That's because it would be a nice gift for younger fans of Mass Effect who may actually use a Nomad ND1 as a toy. If someone is just collecting it, um, then they pretty much have to be a video game collector who does spend a lot of money on it or is just a huge fan of the Mass Effect series. But I would really recommend the $100 version because unless you are a huge Mass Effect fan and if you don't have a ton of extra money, like maybe some extra money, you wouldn't really notice a big difference if it's just the box or even if it's out of the box because it's the same model of the car. Okay, so the next one is if you don't care about collecting anything except Mass Effect memorabilia and are a hardcore Mass Effect fan, then I wouldn't really recommend it because it doesn't even come with the game. I don't even think that any collector's edition should be considered a collector's edition unless it actually has a game. If not, then it's just considered a collectible. That's what I think. It should not be called a collector's edition, but that's what it's officially called. But anyway, I would recommend just getting the Super Deluxe Edition if you have $100 to spend on something Mass Effect, because then you're getting all the additional content, um, and you get the game. You may not get the collectible. You can just wait to get it. Sometimes the price goes down. Sometimes the price goes up. So yeah, if you are on a budget, I would recommend getting the game on launch with all the DLC if you have $100 to spend for it. And the next scenario is for a birthday or any special occasion. What version you should get, as I already said before, is the 201. It is a gift for younger gamers who like Mass Effect or just want to use it as a toy because this seems like a quality remote controlled car. I know a lot of the more recent ones have not been as quality for a low price, and this is obviously not a low price. So it should be a lot better than some of the cheap ones, and even like the air hogs. Like I've gotten a few of them. They they pretty much always break within the first day. I'm not even exaggerating on that. Sometimes they last a little longer, but still, this is a nice quality toy, or collectible, depending on how you look at it. It's like with Amiibo. Some people consider it collectibles, like I do, and some people consider it a toy that can be used for just as a toy, not as an actual collectible. Yeah, so some people won't just put it on their shelves, and for the hardcore fans who have some extra money, I would recommend just getting the Super Deluxe Edition, as I said before, because I personally would rather get all the DLC instead of the collectible. If it came with all the DLC and the game, and it was maybe 150, maybe, but it's not. And the last scenario for this video, if you are very into collecting and even collect for games you don't like and don't like Mass Effect, this one is difficult for me to recommend or not recommend because that all depends on your budget and if you feel it's worth collecting, because I know there are some people who collect pretty much all video game things, but there's some games they just don't want to collect for. So anyway, remember to subscribe for gaming videos almost every day, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button. Also, comment your thoughts on the Andromeda Collector's Edition, about the Andromeda Collector's Edition. Also, I know the series is called Should You Buy, but we're trying to think of a better name and a more original name for it. Please comment if you have any ideas for what the new name could be. If we choose your suggestion, we'll give you a shout out in the next shout out special. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.